You are welcome here, just the way you are. No more hiding tears, no more covering scars. You are welcome, holy welcome. You are welcome here, just the way you want to be. Bring your deepest hopes and all your wildest dreams. You are welcome, holy welcome, holy welcome. You are welcome here, just the way you are. No more hiding tears, no more covering scars. You are welcome, holy welcome. You are welcome here, just the way you want to be. Bring your deepest hopes and all your wildest dreams. You are welcome, holy welcome, holy welcome. You are welcome here, just the way you are. No more hiding tears, no more covering scars. You are welcome, holy welcome. You are welcome here, just the way you want to be. Bring your deepest hopes and all your wildest dreams. You are welcome, holy welcome. Holy welcome. You are welcome here, just the way you are. No more hiding tears, no more covering scars. You are welcome. Holy welcome. You are welcome here, just the way you want to be. Bring your deepest hopes and all your wildest dreams. You are welcome. Holy welcome. Holy welcome.
There's something in the air, the dream of life in love, with minds that rest in prayer, sparking joy we're in awe. No matter where your path has been or time has somehow flies, like souls will come home again, true friendship ever thrives. Is this where the magic happens? Can you feel the hearts revealed right now in you and me? The secret is wherever we are. There's something in a smile that can turn a day around. Moments so worthwhile when we find common ground. No matter what the day might bring, right here we can align, knowing that we will be seen as perfect, whole, divine. 'Cause this is where the magic happens. Let's feel all the hearts, close to me and me to you. The secret is wherever we are. So meet me where the magic happens, feeling all the hearts ignited now in you and me. The secret is wherever. The secret is whenever. The secret is together we are.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, St. George's online Sunday service. We're really glad you're with us. We are an open, loving, and inclusive community. We support thinking creatively and living a deeply spiritual life. We're glad you're here with us and invite you to just sit back and enjoy. We'll have some guests that will be performing and speaking for us today. And our service team, which is supporting today's service, is Bill Smith, one of our licensed practitioners. It will be handling all the technical issues in the background. My name is Alan Stanley, and I'll be your host for the next hour or so. Shay Barlow, our wonderful songwriter musician, will be performing a few songs for us. Christopher McCardle, another one of our licensed practitioners, will be offering our invocation. A reading will be presented by our newest religious science practitioner, Sue Fulmer. And we are really happy, again, finally, to get our good friend Eugene Holden back to visit with us, and another religious science practitioner. So we're loaded today. So just sit back and relax and share with us as we ponder our spirituality. And we'll get Shay to start it off with this for us. And hello, Shay.
Good morning, Alan. So happy to be here. What a great lineup. So we're just going to start as we do. We're going to find that center, that grounding, that voice within. And this is a song by Ricky Byers. I'm going to sing a couple verses, and then Christopher will pop up and do an invocation. And then when we come back to the song, the lyric will be on screen and you can sing along. All good, holy, holy. All good, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is good, holy, holy. All love, holy, holy. All love, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is love, holy, holy.
All right. As we begin service this morning, I'd like to invite everyone to just settle in, just drop in, be prepared to be open to receiving. And then that I know that there is a divine energy. It's a superpower. It's present everywhere. It's in all things. It's in this service right now. It's in our music. It's in the technology. And this morning, it's in the words of Eugene Holden. And in that, I feel gratitude knowing that in those words, in this service, there is community. There is life lessons. There are great ideas willing for each of us to open up to and explore. So in that Thanksgiving, I just, again, invite everyone to settle in with gratitude. Let go of what's around you and just be present and listen. So I let it be and let it go, knowing it is already done. And I say that by affirming, and so it is.
So it is. Absolutely. Here we go. All good, holy, holy. All good, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is good, holy, holy. All love. All love, holy, holy. All love, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is love, holy, holy. All one. All one, holy, holy. All one, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is one, holy, holy. All God. All God, holy, holy. All God, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is God, holy, holy. All good. All good, holy, holy. All good, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is good, holy, holy. And now it's my pleasure to welcome our new practitioner, Sue Fulmer, to the service today. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning, Shay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy to be here. The reading today I take from the Science of Mind magazine, July issue, written by Reverend Dr. Michelle Medrano. And I'm reading from July 7th and 8th. Some of you may remember reading this. Worth repeating. She states, I have gone through the exercise of taking a piece of clay and molded it into one thing and then another. I can see that each time I change forms, it is still the clay. That helps me remember that I am the source for the energy of that which emerges in my life. I contribute to the energy of life we all share. Therefore, just like the clay, it is all God. And energy, which is God, has been used to form it. I see that there have been plenty of experiences that have been amazing and full of joy, and that they contributed to my growth. And there have also been many challenges that also contributed to my growth. On the journey of evolving, there may be obstacles, yet those same obstacles may be the best way for me to get where my soul is going. We can all probably look back at some time in our life that was difficult. But we know right now, looking back, that it's what made me strong. And I know it's made me who I am today. She continues, our power is never in sad, victimized, powerless, letting go. Our power is in being fully present to conditions that we wish were different and embracing the invitation and blessing they provide for us. People who claim their power know they have a choice about how to respond. They know they can move forward with the condition they are in and use their attitude, words, and energy to grow and evolve. They are people of power who choose to use their conditions and power for the highest and best as they journey forth. And I say, we start with ourselves. We start at home to use our power to create the lives that we want and a world that works for everyone. That's our mission. That's our life. Stay cool. It's a hot day. Namaste.
Oh, I love that, Sue. Definitely. Our power, using our power. So this year we are living out loud. That is the theme of CSLs across the world. This month we are, in July, we are speaking truth to circumstances. And today's focus is standing on Shiva. In the Hindu tradition, God Shiva is the destroyer of illusion and the revealer of truth. So standing on Shiva is remembering more deeply truth And so we're going to ponder today how we can do that. Eckhart Tolle, in terms of illusion, he wrote, all problems are illusions of the mind. And Ernest Holmes kind of answers this question with a question saying, the only question we need to ask is this: do we, in our thought, attitude, and the way we live, bear witness to the living truth that God is all there is? Make that a policy, and that's all the creed you'll ever need. That God is all there is, always, no matter what, no matter how messy it might seem to us, and sort of alluding to Sue's reading as well. No matter what happens, it's all God. This is a song by Alanis Morissette that is really fun and just embraces the dualism and the dichotomy and all of life. That is life. This is Hand in My Pocket. I'm broke, but I'm happy. I'm poor, but I'm kind. I'm short, but I'm grounded. Yeah, wait. I'm going to start that over. Hang on that slide there, Bill. I'm broke, but I'm happy. I'm poor, but I'm kind. I'm short, but I'm healthy. Yeah. I'm high, but I'm grounded. I'm sane, but I'm overwhelmed. I'm lost, but I'm hopeful, baby. What it all comes down to is that everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. 'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one's giving a high five. I feel drunk, but I'm sober. I'm young and I'm underpaid. I'm tired, but I'm working, yeah. I care, but I'm restless. I'm here, but I'm really gone. I'm wrong and I'm sorry, baby. What it all comes down to is I haven't got it figured out just yet. 'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one's giving a peace sign. I'm free, but I'm focused. I'm green, but I'm wise. I'm hard, but I'm friendly, baby. I'm sad, but I'm laughing. I'm brave, but I'm chicken shit. I'm scared, but I'm pretty, baby. What it all boils down to is that no one's got it all figured out just yet. Well, I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one's playing a piano. Yeah, what it all comes down to, my friend, is that everything is just fine, fine, fine. 'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one's handing a taxi cab. Everything is just fine, fine, fine. Everything is just fine, fine, fine. Okay, Alan, back to you, sir.
Whoa, that was fine, fine, fine. Shay, as usual.
Thanks, buddy.
That was just great. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, Alan.
Well, today we've got our special guest back again, and to discuss today's subject, which is standing with Shiva. And we always look forward to our friend. He's Eugene Holden, religious science practitioner, a welcome speaker all over the place, a contributor to the Science of Mind magazine. And we're truly blessed to have Eugene with us again today. So let's bring Eugene in and let him take over and hear what our message is. Hello, Eugene.
Good morning, Alan. How are you?
I'm doing great, my friend. It's so nice to have you back with us.
Thank you. It is so good to be back here with CSL St. George, where the weather is just fine, fine, fine if you're cactus. From what I understand, it's going to be warm out today, I understand. Again, it is so good to be back with you guys. I have to tell this little short story couple of weeks ago, you guys were on my mind. I'm like, I need to reach out to Sisters for Spiritual Living St. George. And within a few days, Reverend Joe Kovac got in touch with me, and here I am. Then I'll be back with you next month at some point as well, because we are CSL St. George. So let's just jump right into this, okay? So as Shay mentioned, the global theme for CSL, Centers for Spiritual Living, for this year is living out loud. Living out loud. Man, let me tell you. Now, to live out loud means also to live your authentic self, meaning to show up as your true self and tapping into why you're here. Now, sometimes when I speak with students and clients and I ask, so what is your purpose? I also follow that up by saying your purpose doesn't have to be some earth-shattering, universe-moving purpose. Your purpose can be just as easy and just as simple as smiling to the next person that you come across, but making sure that you're living from that authentic self, that it is an authentic smile, right? So living out loud is about being who you are here to be. And even if you don't know who you are here to be, that's okay. As the song says, we don't have it figured out yet. We don't have it all figured out. And it's still fine, fine, fine. So the monthly theme, to go along with the yearly theme of living out loud, is to speaking truth to circumstance. Speaking truth to circumstance. And so this week's topic is standing on Shiva. Standing on Shiva. Shiva is a Hindu god in the Hindu tradition. Shiva is that destroyer of illusion and revealer of truth. So standing on Shiva is what we're going to be speaking about as we speak truth to circumstance. So let's break it down just a little bit in terms of circumstance. Let's say that you are going through a circumstance where the body temple may not feeling as good as it could be, because last week you were feeling good. Last month the body temple was doing great, but right now the circumstance that it may not be doing and feeling all that great, right? It may be that there's some congestion somewhere within the system, whatever the circumstance is, right? Whatever the circumstance is. But I want to remind us that circumstance is like experience. What I mean by that is they come and they go. It's not a permanent thing. The circumstance, the experience, they're not permanent. That's why we have this saying, this too shall pass. I think it was, who was I speaking with years ago? Oh gosh. Can't think of his name right now. And it will come to me. But he said, when it comes to when things come to pass, it came to pass. And when people talk about that there's a flu going around, well, it came to pass. So let it go around you. Right? This is speaking truth to circumstance. So what, no matter what the circumstance is, no matter what the experience is, what we want to do is to stand in the truth of who and what we are. Speaking truth to circumstance. If the circumstance is, God, my body temple doesn't feel good, I'm not speaking truth. I am speaking an observation. Right? Yeah, my body doesn't feel good, but the truth of the matter is that there is something within me that not only has created the body temple, but knows exactly what to do to bring it back to healing, to bring it back to homeostasis. It's an amazing fact to think about that doctors don't heal the body, right? Doctor, for example, you can break your arm. The doctor will set the bone, but it's the energy within the body that heals the body, right? Doctors do beautiful work in setting the body up so that it may heal itself, right? And so when we stand on the circumstance, speaking truth to circumstance, I really need to get to the standing part, right? Because I keep saying stand, and it's speaking truth to circumstance. We want to speak the truth. I may be going through this circumstance. I may be having this experience that is not in harmony with who I really am. So let me stop. Let me speak the truth to the circumstance. The truth is that I am an amazing emanation of the One, and that there is absolutely nothing that can keep me from experiencing perfect health, wholeness, and well-being. If that's what the circumstance is. Let's change up the circumstance. So let's speak truth to this circumstance. Relationships. Maybe there's a relationship that is not going as well as you would like it to go. So what do? We speak truth to the circumstance. We don't need to go to that person. We take it within ourselves, and we see and we sense and we feel and we know that this relationship is based on the foundation of unconditional love. And I speak that truth to the circumstance. And then we get to watch how that circumstance changes. Now, standing on Shiva gives us a pretty good example of what this speaking truth to circumstance is all about. So there is a Hindu story. Let me get this scrolled up. There is a Hindu story of a battle that's taking place between, the gods and demons, good and evil. You know, that same old story, right? And in this particular story, the demons were winning. So the gods turned to Durga, known as the goddess of compassion and mothering, to do something. So check this out. So as the story goes, Durga, out of her head springs the fierce warrior goddess Kali. Now, Kali proceeds to destroy the demons, but in her frenzy, in her passion, in killing everything, she begins to kill everyone else. Now, Shiva, the destroyer of illusion, threw himself under her feet, allowing her to come to herself and stop mindlessly killing. Right? So let's unpack this just a bit. So we can look at this as this war between good and evil. And all of in my opinion, from my perspective, from my perception, that all of the stories and the teachings within a lot of the religions across the world are really stories that allow us and remind us of who we are. So in this particular case, we have this battle going on, between the demons and the gods. Or another way to put this is, I could be having a battle within myself. Well, should I do this, which is not all that great for my well-being, or should I do that, which would work better for me? Now, that sounds like that would be an easy decision to make. Let me choose what works. But, there's that part of us, right? That little egoic mind that goes, no, let's do this because this would be a lot more fun. It'd be a lot more fun. So let's go ahead and just do that. As the story goes, when we start to lean towards that side, when we start to make those choices that are not in harmony with our highest good, we want to take the time just to stop and to take a breath and to tap into that part of us that is wise with compassion. I love the way that the story goes. The gods turn to Durga, known as the goddess of compassion and mothering, right? So there is this female aspect that we all have within us. Yes, gentlemen, that we all have within us that we want to tap into. And now out of her forehead, this is key, right? Because we're talking about tapping into what used to be known as the third eye. I tend to call it the first eye, right? Coming from that third eye, coming from that first eye, that place of wisdom. That place of wisdom springs some goddess, in this case, it was the goddess Kali, to destroy the demons. But out of that inner mind comes a solution to the issue, to the problem, to the circumstance. So what happens is we can sometimes get so attached to having that circumstance fixed that we start wiping everything out of the way. You know that old saying, right? Throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Well, we don't want to do that. Right? So in this story, what it symbolizes is that sometimes when we are not aware of what we are doing, we could be throwing the baby out with the bathwater. We could be destroying other relationships. We can be doing things that we're not even aware of yet until they come back to bite us on the behind, right? And we go, oh my God. And then what we need to do is to get still once again, and tap into what I'm going to refer to in this particular talk as the energy of Shiva, the destroyer of illusion and the revealer of truth, but the destroyer of illusion. So we want to, first of all, come to the awareness that whatever it is, whatever the circumstance is, and it's a circumstance that's not for our highest good, right? That it's an illusion. You know, we want to come to the awareness that I could be having a thought that makes me disillusional, right? That this is not really real, but it seems so real. But I want to stop and I want to become still so that I can really tap into my authentic self and find out and feel into what is the truth for me in this moment. And that's a great practice, to ask that question. What is the truth for me in this moment? So let's say, for example, using the relationship example, that the relationship with whoever it is, spouse, family, friends, whatever the relationship. Oh, how about this, right? The relationship with the clerk that is at the store, and you guys are now beginning to butt heads, right? Because of whatever. Now is the time to practice going, wait a minute. All of this is an illusion. See, because the truth of the matter is there's nothing but love here. So as we tap into the Shiva spirit, the revealer of truth, then we want to come to that point within ourselves that, wait a minute, the truth is that I am one with this clerk. I am one with this person. And then we soften up, we soften our heart. And we realize that whatever the situation was, it is really nothing compared to the unconditional love that this situation has brought forth for us to experience. See, every experience is an opportunity. Let me repeat this. Every experience is an opportunity to love. Every experience is an opportunity to love. One of my practices when I find myself in a situation that doesn't really vibe with who I am and where I'm going at that time, I will stop, I'll take a breath, and I will ask myself, what would love do here? In essence, what I'm asking is, what would I do here? See, because the truth is, as we reveal this truth, is that we are all love. That we are here to wake up to the truth of the spirit that we are. So as we start to reveal the truth of who we are, as we start to uncover those illusions, those false beliefs, what you've heard be referred to as the BS, right? Belief system. We start to unravel the belief systems. Then we start to see through that inner eye, that inner knowing, that wait a minute, everyone really wants the same thing. Everyone wants to love and be loved. Everybody wants to have the opportunity, believe it or not, to serve, which is why it's interesting to watch around the world, but I'm going to stick to the USA, that when there's tragedy within the USA, it's an amazing thing to watch that people from different or so-called opposing sides come together, right? So here's my question for everybody. Why do we wait until there's some calamity for us to come together? Why is it that we wait until something needs to go wrong for us to come together? Why don't we come together now? There isn't any reason why we can't. And if someone says, well, because I believe in this particular the politics, I believe in what's going on here, I'm going to go so far out on a limb to say that that's an illusion. That is actually a tool of separation. I don't know if you've heard this phrase going around lately over the last year or so, right? Instead of the United States of America, the divided states of America. Now, I got that listening to somebody who was in a different place on the globe. Looked at as the divided states of America. So what we are here to do, what we are called to do as we practice this way of life, this way of living, called the science of mind and spirit. Remember, science of mind and spirit, mind and heart. As we practice this, what we are truly doing is practicing the ancient practice of love. See, because when I get to that place of I love you unconditionally, that means that I love you no matter what you say or don't say. I love you no matter what you do or don't do, no matter what you do or don't do. So it doesn't matter what politics that we practice. See, we want to raise our vibration above all of that. It doesn't matter what synagogue, what temple, what church, what center that anyone goes to. We want to raise our vibration above that to be the Shiva in our own lives. In other words, we want to be the destroyer of illusions in our lives so that we may be the revealers of the truth in our life. And the truth is, my brothers and sisters, that all there is love, period. Now, that might sound like it's a little cliche-ish, a little trite, but that's the truth. It's the truth. One of the things I love to say is that love so loved the world that it recreated us. That God so loved the world, because God's another name for love. God so loved the world that it turned upon itself, clothed itself, and then named itself you, named itself me, named itself we. We are all from that one power, that one presence, that one infinite intelligence that created all that there is. So why not live out loud? Why not speak truth to circumstance? Do you catch this, right? That when we say speak truth, we're talking about speaking your word. So what is your word of truth today? What is your word of truth today? Speak that truth into your life today and then follow in the direction of the word that you have spoken. One more thing before I go. You are the word of the infinite made flesh. Shh, don't tell anybody this, right? But you are the word. You are the way. You are the truth. You are the light. We talk about having, being in this Christ consciousness. How about this? Whatever the word Christ means for you, be that. Be that. Not just having the consciousness of the Christ, but being the Christ. In Living the Science of Mind, in the introduction of the book, Dr. Holmes says that every man and woman has the potential to be Christ. So, as the Christ, let's speak truth to the circumstance. Let's stand on Shiva, meaning let's stand on being the destroyer of illusion and being the revealer of truth. Cool? You with me? Then let's do this and let's go out and spread this consciousness, knowing that as each and every one of us, we do our part of loving each other and loving ourselves, that we are truly contributing to a world that works for everyone. Let's pray. And as we take in this breath, I give great thanks. I speak this word from a place of gratitude, recognizing first and foremost that there is an infinite intelligence. There is a divine substance from which all things are created. It amazes me as I recognize that out of this one intelligence, out of this one power, all of life is created, maintained, and sustained. So as I recognize the infinite intelligence as being everywhere present at all times, I also recognize that at all times it is right where I am. No matter where I am, it is revealing the truth of it being the I am that I am. And as I recognize this truth for myself, I recognize it for each individualized expression of God tuning in to this celebration of life, to this thing that we call Sunday service. I recognize that God is at the very center and in the very midst of everything that is going on. And so it is in my awareness of our oneness in God that I speak this word on behalf of everybody, that we stand boldly in the divinity of our being, boldly saying, here, when you see me, you see the presence of love that has sent me. When you see me, you see love, you see creativity, you see the gifts that have come through me. You see that I am here for you. Because simply we are here for God. And so we speak truth to the circumstance, knowing that as we speak the word about whatever is going on, that our word is made flesh, that our word is manifested, that we get to demonstrate what we have decreed. So knowing that this word is already blessed, knowing that it is already done, I give great thanks. It is from this place of gratitude and thanksgiving that I now release my word. I take my hands off of it. I release any attachment to how I want this prayer to be answered. See, because I know the law has no other choice but to take these words and to mold them, to shape them, design them, and create them, and then return them unto us, not void, not empty, but absolutely and completely fulfilled. So we just simply open up our heart, our mind, and our soul, and we allow it to be fulfilled. And so it is. Amen. Peace and blessings.
Whoa, so it is. So the one thing that's stuck in my mind is when you said, let me say this right before I close. I'm like, wait a minute, are we closing already? I was it's such a great message, Eugene, that the time is, sometimes you're like, let me take a minute or something, but you are great, my friend. Absolutely.
Thank you.
I behold the Christ in you, and I can't wait to see you next month. Now, you will be joining us this afternoon here in a few minutes.
Yes.
And we'll talk a little bit more about the Shiva and whatever else anybody would like to bring up with Eugene as our guest. So you can get there by going on the website or on the newsletter to tell you how to get to the little Zoom. So we'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, there you go. Yeah. See you next week. All right. So we have some announcements to make. The community care circle is available if you'd like somebody to talk to, or just, there's a call the number up there. It's also on our website. And as I just mentioned, it's this kind of gray is not showing up, but we also have a prayer opportunity for you. If you'd like to join one of our practitioners in prayer, you can send an email off to prayer at CSLSG.com, and one of our practitioners, or all of them, will join you in prayer. As I mentioned a minute ago with Eugene, we have a conversation at noon, and we talk about today's message, or we just never know what's going to come up. So we hope you can join us there. As I said, you can find the link on the newsletter or on our website. So our next in-person service is August 13th. You should have been there last week. more and more people showing up every week. This thing is really starting to cook. Our Reverend Kovac is doing a great job, and it's just great to be back together again. So the details about that will be in the newsletter and on our website. So we hope to see you there really soon. We also invite you to share in our abundant prosperity. As I just mentioned, things are really picking up. It takes all of us to make this thing keep moving. And my friends, it is moving. There are many ways you can contribute. They're all listed here: Zelle, PayPal, send a check. There's a QR code right there to kind of lead you through it. So we really appreciate what I like to say is sharing our abundant prosperity. So thank you in advance for joining us. Now we got upcoming Sundays. Reverend Joe will be back with us on the 23rd, when the subject will be Wise Warrior. It's kind of small on my screen here. Joe is our senior minister now. And then on not the 16th, but I believe it's going to be July 30th, we have a full house of practitioners now, and they like to get together and just raise the roof. So that's going to be happening on July 30th. The subject is going to be standing stones. So we call this our practitioners plugged in. So please join us for these events, and we look forward to seeing you. Now, I think we're going to bring everybody back together here, and unless I miss something, and share our closing affirmation. And we welcome you to join in as we run through this thing. The more of us that believe it and state it, the better it works for everybody. And here we all are. So I'll get this going. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind, life is in my body, and life is in all that I do.
I am it. I embrace it and I share it.
Just the way that it is.
And just the way that it is becoming.
Thank
you,
life. Woo. All right, so we'll see y'all here in a few minutes at the Zoom meeting, and see y'all back next week too. Thank you, everybody. We love you all very much.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.